next around 3.5 to 4 hours, so hope you guys can stay with me. So a little bit about my background. So I was graduated from College in Bachelor of Public Relations, and currently I'm working as a performance marketing specialist with over 3 years of experience. I'm also a HRBC certified trainer. So over the past few years, I've been working with both local and also international brands to help them scale their business through funnel strategies and also meta ads. So what I do on a daily basis is actually quite hands-on. I don't just train, I actively manage campaigns, so I'm aware of all the latest changes on Meta. For example, if you guys notice, actually recently they just launched ASC with their meta setting. So some of the brands I have worked with include Geta Bedding, Fila, local apparel brand like yern, minimalist like Figure. Then if you guys know about Malay modest brand like Nata and Bayu Somerset, they are very famous in the Malay community. Then I also have some international clients experience like Crinkle, Fabric, and also Spout. So Fabric is a Chinese client where there's a lot of celebrities that wear their clothing in China, and we are helping them to scale their ads to the global market, especially on US. So today my goal is very straightforward. I just want to share with you guys the thought process and also the funnel strategies that I use to help businesses scale. So let's unlock your marketing potential. So we have a few more colleagues that are coming in and take your seat. Alright, so to introduce this course, it's very direct. By the end of this course, I just want every one of you to be able to at least create your marketing campaign with the right structure and also objective. Even if you have experience on running meta campaigns, even you are setting up your own campaigns, managing your budget, or just using boosting as the function, I'm still confident that you bring something valuable away from this session. So this course will be split into 2 parts, so part A and also part B. So for part A, we will focus on the fundamental of success. I don't think you can see since this is a screen. Okay, so part A is set as the foundation for digital advertising, and we will talk about what makes it different from selling online versus offline, what's the funnel, and why do we even need ads. So this set as the foundation, so we don't just learn about the buttons, we understand the why. And for part B, since we are in the e-commerce industry, our focus today will be on meta ads, because even though a lot of you might think that I have no longer using Facebook and I spend lesser time on Instagram because you have your TikTok, your Xiaohongshu, but in Malaysia, Meta is still one of the most powerful platforms for digital advertising. So for part B, we will dive into mastering Meta ads. We will cover the step-by-step guiding in how you create a campaign, how do you set your budget, your targeting, and of course by the end of the course, I will also do a live demo to put all this in together. So can I know any one of you are handling Meta ads right now? Or is it someone from online? Oh! I see. Okay, around what time they will be finishing that meeting?
Not really sure.
I see. Maybe can ask them to join later. Okay, so just for a bigger picture, today actually we are showing you module 1, which is quite basic and also fundamental, especially for those of you who are not in the digital advertising department. But if you guys find this helpful, we actually have more advanced module, one focusing on the retention strategies and also optimization, and one focusing on the ad account manager. So after every part, we'll have Q&A section. Feel free to ask me any questions. You can also ask me questions about the account that you are currently doing. So today this is the goal, and I would say it would be most beneficial for the marketing team. But of course, if you are people from other team that want to understand more about how digital advertising works, this is the course for you guys team, but with the correct and right strategies, objective, and also targeting. And secondly, we'll learn how do we align our ads with customer journey and also your business goal. And lastly, you will be able to build a high-performing ad funnel that really turns people who doesn't know you or that really turns people from just knowing your ad to actually converting. So that's the introduction of the course. And let's do some ice breaking. So we will go around the room and I'll let each of you guys to share to introduce yourself, your name, what is your current role, what exactly are you doing now in Dasher, and also one fun fact that about yourself that your colleague doesn't know yet. So I'll just randomly point someone, and after your turn, you can just point to someone else that you are interested in. So yeah, grab your chance. Maybe we start with you. Can I have your name? Don't be shy.
My name is Chao Yin.
Chao Yin. Which department are you from?
Multimedia, creative multimedia.
So basically, are you in charge of the ads, visuals, and creative? I see. So can you share with us one fun fact that you think your colleagues doesn't know yet? Seems like a lot of you actually working from home, so they might want to know you more. Just anything. Or your experience during your high school or anything funny that happened in Dasher or just anything, just about that.
My life is good.
It's okay, let me ask you. So how much is your power per slide?
Our
400, that's good. I'm asking this because one fun fact about me is I'm actually wearing contact lens and my short-sightedness is actually around 900. Yes. So maybe you can point to someone else that you're interested in.
You.
Hi.
Hello.
Your name is?
My name is Aaron. I'm from Digital Marketing Department. Currently, handling influencer.
Oh, so you are in charge of the influencer marketing and you basically look for influencers and then just do affiliate marketing?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's about your fun fact?
One fact. I always wake up late.
I
Late
see,
for work. Yeah.
I can see that. Alright, so next person you want to point to?
Adrian.
Hi Adrian.
doing the same as being as well.
Oh, so this paper is affiliate marketing team, huh?
Yeah.
I see. That may be not something not fun, but just a fact. Just a fact.
I think I know a lot of friends like about my private life that nobody knows so far.
Okay.
So
Okay. Thanks for sharing. And next one will be, can you find someone else? Hi. Sorry? Come with Tan. Oh, hi, Tan. So who is your HOD? Next time you should start working at around 8. Since you wake up early. Can I have one HOD to be the next person? Can you introduce yourself, your name, your role, and how late are you? And also just a tip, can't just mention you wake up very early. Break up randomly. Okay. Okay. Can you point to someone else that you're interested in? I'll let them to introduce themselves. Most of them have a good. Wei Hao. Hello, hi Wei Hao. Oh, okay. So is this a finance major? Oh, alright. So who's the next one that you want to talk to? Hello, hi. I see. Just anything. Do you have any sales? Okay, then that's a one fact. Because I think most people don't like to be sales.
Okay.
Alright, so can you point to the next person? Oh, hello. Hi.
My name is Audrey. I'm from graphic design.
Oh, graphic design as well.
Fun fact, I like art.
Okay. Any more graphic designers here? Oh, this is the graphic designer table. Okay, can I get the whole graphic designer team to introduce yourself? Amy. Oh, okay, then why don't you guys boycott her? Why is it? Alright, okay. Oh, so is this your first time seeing her in office? Wow. Okay, any hard fact about you? Sorry? You like to work from home? Okay, then this is your favorite company so far. Okay, how about the guy next to you? Can I have your name?
My name is Jun Hao.
Jun Hao. Oh, are you only Jun Hao? Oh, there's Jun Yi and then Jun Hao. Okay. Wait, so you have a graphic designer team as well. And yeah. So any fun fact about you?
I like to work from home as well.
Sorry?
I like to work from home as well.
So the whole team likes to work from home now, basically. Okay. And the girl wearing denim jacket, can I have your name?
My name is Olivia.
Okay, Olivia. So,
As usual, same case.
oh,
So my fun fact is I'm a young mother.
oh, wow. Oh, I thought you didn't say. I thought you were going to say your fun fact is you love work from home also.
No.
But I think if since you are a young mother, how old is your baby?
6 years old already.
6 years old. Oh, I see. Good to know. Nice to meet you. Can you get someone from the other team to introduce themselves?
不懂是谁啊？应该哇
Hello, hi.
Hi, so I'm Jella. I'm from Life Operation Department.
Live operation.
Yeah. And fun fact, I think they know me quite well. Fun fact, nothing much.
Who is your favorite house?
No favorites, no favorites.
Someone
All of
already
them, all of them. Yeah.
Okay, so how about you?
Okay, hi guys, my name is Sylvine from BS Business Strategies. Currently under 70 my team.
From
Business Strategies.
Oh, business
Yeah,
strategy.
currently under 70 my team, managing the TikTok 70 my account.
I see. So are you guys running any TikTok shop ads?
Yeah,
Uh,
also
so
handled
what-
by me.
I see.
so fun.
Can go to the next person.
Hello guys, I'm Dennis.
Hi Dennis.
Hello. Currently from digital marketing team. Currently in charge the Meta ads and also Google for some specific brands. My fun fact is last year I won the coffee competition.
Sorry, what competition? Coffee?
Yeah, coffee lover. Something giving like every day buy a cup of coffee, so I won the prize.
Wow, so you are spending your own money to win the prize?
Yeah, currently for the installment.
Okay, nice. Okay, so next can I have the two girls over there to introduce themselves?
Hello, I'm Chelsea.
Hi.
And then design team.
Oh, are you in the same team with them?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
our
see.
team.
Oh, so how big is the graphic designer team?
I think 10, 12 plus.
Okay, then why not talk to them? We're just kidding.
Yeah.
So, any fun fact about you?
I like to eat bagel.
Oh, okay, I can see that. Enjoy your video.
Hi, I'm Tracy, also from design team.
So, are you guys in charge of different brands?
Yeah,
Ah, okay. So, which brand you are in charge of?
both of us under Dreamy.
Dreamy. Any fun fact about you?
I'm hungry now.
Okay, then I think you can share the bagel of the bagel with us.
Please.
Alright, so I think that's all. There's one more person, the guy in the green shirt. Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Hausan. I'm from O2O departments.
From what department?
O2O is online, offline. The one who charge the retail outlet. So
Oh,
most of them are doing online, and the one who doing offline.
I see. Then are you interested in learning online strategies?
Oh, the fun fact is why I came here and know about Meta is whether they know how to do marketing to help the retail store getting more sales.
Okay,
I don't know more, okay?
Alright, so how about YT?
Okay, my name is IT. So I'm in charge
IT support.
I say operation. I can say that anything IT support, anything else, that's all any problem you can find me. Yeah. So why I am here because I just want to learn about marketing. I can say that. Yeah.
Thanks.
Learn more about
Alright, so thanks everyone, and once again, nice to meet everyone. So it's time to start. So we'll first dive into part A, which is the marketing fundamentals of success. It will involve a bit of theories, so hopefully you guys can pay attention and with me. So before we learn about ads and also funnel, the first thing we need to understand is what's the difference about selling offline and also online. Because how people shop online is completely different with how they behave in online store. For online, the entire customer journey changed from how you discover a product to check out and even to get support. So this is the first thing we need to understand before we talk about ads. So for retail, I believe everyone has retail experience. So for retail, usually if today you want to buy something or if you are just window shopping, you will just walk in, touch the product, and then ask the staff if you have any questions. So everything is direct and straightforward. The trust usually came from how good the physical presence of your store, just like that shirt. I think the stores that you guys have now is really nice. And then it also depends on how well your sales rep can communicate and how good they can persuade customers to make a purchase. Sometimes it even for impulse purchase. So I would say everything is direct and physical return is possible as long as you keep your receipt. Am I right? The offline is good. I see. Yeah, as long as you keep your receipt. So, however, for e-commerce, let's say today you came across a download app that's very attractive, then what's the first thing you would do? So usually when you come across an app that's good, the first thing you would do is you go on the website, check out their price to see are they selling very expensive, should I buy them? Then you start doing heavy research on your social media platform like Facebook or TikTok to see if there's any real-time reviews. So the trust usually gained from how good is your website design. Anyone handling website here? Oh, Dennis. Oh, I see. So website design and the UI UX, the loading speed can affect the purchase behavior. So your website is literally your storefront. And since there's no staff to help you, so your website must be able to provide information. Your description must be good enough to answer the questions so that they will make the purchase. So that's for online. So the differences between retail and e-commerce actually is very significant. And sometimes even your payment option could affect the purchase behavior as well. Let's say today if you want to buy an iPhone, new iPhone. I think new iPhone is launching in September. So then you are looking for installment. But the competitors you look the reseller that you want to buy, they didn't provide any installment option. So will you go for competitors? Definitely yes. So that affects purchase behavior as well. So once we have understand the differences between selling online versus offline, so next, why do we even need ads? Anyone from the Mata team? Because for online, we don't rely on the foot traffic. The traffic doesn't just come. That's why we need to do social media posting. That's why we need to be active on Instagram, and that's why we run ads. So for any e-commerce industry, this is the most important 3 pillars that you need to take care of: traffic, to conversion, and to retention. Traffic is about bringing people to the site. So if one people they came across your ad, either they will scroll past or they will stay. And that's the main function of ads. To send the right message to the right people at the right time. But here it's not just about spending high, spending more, so that you can get more traffic. It's about spending much. And we'll dive into this in the slides later on. Then we have conversion, which is very important, and conversion usually happens on website. So believe it or not, everything that you do on online can be tracked. How long you have stayed on the landing page, have you added to cart, which product actually gained the most view, did that check out or buy? That's the conversion process. So what we need to do is we need to ensure that our website is good enough to convert them so that they don't drop off. And finally, retention. It happens when someone has already buy the product. How do we get them to come back and then continue purchase? We are not selling something like your favorite chicken rice or curry meat that you will have later. What the shop owner need to do is just maintain the same good pace. But for e-commerce, we need to keep them engaged and also loyal to the brand. And how do we do that? So some of the most common things that we can do is actually to have loyalty program, to have newsletter, to engage with them, to build the loyalty, and also to give them a reason to come back. Not sure if you guys know, yesterday I actually received a news, Shopee will be increasing their commission again. And that's highlight how important our brand.com is, because it helps us to retain the customer by gathering the data. So by taking care of these 3 pillars, traffic, conversion, and also retention, you can ensure the sustainable growth happening in e-commerce. And this is the famous marketing funnel called AIDA, which stands for awareness, interest, desire, and also acquisition. So anyone has seen this funnel before? So this is actually a very I would say it's very significant funnel. So think of it as a journey that your customer customer go through. So from not knowing you until becoming a customer. So this is the journey that went through. And every step of it is very important. So there's a lot of people, So everyone starts from the top, from awareness, but only a small percentage of people manage to go through the funnel and make it to the bottom. And our role here is to bring them down the funnel step by step. So everything starts with awareness, which involves reaching out to your whole audience to introduce your brand and product. So, for example, once they have seen Dasher ad, they feel like, oh, they are interested. Then they might check out your social media page. They might also save your post just for future reference, or they will just show time in your Xiaohongshu. So that's awareness. And once they have feel their interest, they will browse your product, they will click through your ad and landed on the website. So when they landed on your website, that's where your USP, your installment options, your product feature needs to shine. Because people, especially Malaysian or Asian people like Singaporean, they like to compare. They always like to do competitor research. They like to compare the price, the USP, even the delivery option. And finally, after they have decided to purchase, that's the stage of acquisition. And before that, what we can do is, with proper tracking, we will be able to retarget them with our promo code or any limited time deals to just seal the deal. So understand of the whole marketing funnel, let you understand where people actually drop off, and we are able to fix the hole. And next, to connect the marketing funnel with audience, we need to understand there's actually different type of audience. And every one of them is different, that's why we don't show them the same ad. So for audience, we'll split into two parts. One will be prospecting, and then one will be retargeting. So prospecting is very easy, meaning we are prospecting for the cold audience and new audience, someone who have never heard about your brand before. So we have our cold audience, so they have never engaged with your brand. So maybe this is the first time they came across your ad. So either they will click through or they will just scroll past. And what we need to do is to get our graphic designer team to come up with the best feature so we can attract them and they can click through the ad. And once they are interested and click through the ad, now they become warm audience, including your social media followers, those people who like your Facebook or Instagram. So they have moved down from not knowing your brand to a little bit of interested. And once they are more interested by looking through more ads, they will land on the website. They will either add to cart, they will initiate checkout, or they might just visit your website by just clicking through. Then after that, we have our existing audiences, which is very straightforward, basically meaning those people who have bought before. So like what we have covered in the previous marketing funnel, what we need to do is just get them to come back. So by understanding different audience, we can know what kind of message that we want to show to them. So let's take an example. Let's look at an example for a single ad journey. So this is an ad from Dasher, advertising about the Void air purifier. This is a very new ad. I just screenshotted from Ad Library a few days ago. So who set up this ad and who designed this ad? Nice. Who? Okay. Alright, so let's take this as an example of a simple ad journey. So let's say if a 21-year-old male who have never heard about Dasher or the Void, he actually came across this ad on his Facebook and he finds this, wow, looks very attractive, and he is actually looking for an air purifier. Now he will click through the ad to see what's actually offering on the website. So after he landed on the website, he just browsed through to see the product description and the price, okay, he can actually afford, but he is smart enough. He doesn't just buy right away. He Google the brand, read the reviews, and study if there's any real-time review from YouTube, from even like different sources. And once he feels confident, only he made the purchase. So this is example from a single ad journey. Usually this kind of single ad journey only works when your message is clear or when the desire of your core audience is already there. However, okay, let's take a look on this video. Okay. Alright, so sometimes one ad is not enough to convert because most of the people needs multiple touch points before they actually buy it. And this is a very great example from how different ads can actually bring people from awareness, interest, desire, and finally acquisition. So this is a brand called Diet Your Way. Not sure if you guys know about this brand. They are a F&B brand that sells diet meal. So they have like different options. They have like 1 day, 7 days, even monthly option. So this kind of brand, because their value is naturally higher. For example, if you purchase for a monthly plans, it might the AOV might up until like 2,000. That's why this kind of brand they actually need more consideration period for the customer to decide whether if they want to buy. So we can see that it starts with a UGC video. It's very raw and authentic, just a busy professional. By the way, this POC is actually a lawyer. So it's just her showing her everyday moment to on how she actually eats at work, featuring Diet Your Way meal box. So it's very straightforward and most of the people can accept. That's why we need to do influencer and affiliate marketing. And next, the ad hit the same user again, this time with a comparison visual on showing what makes Diet Your Way different from the other brands. Changing menu, tastier options, and there's a lot of function like diet or losing weight. They also have like muscle building. So this ad actually attract the person. So maybe he's thinking, oh, maybe this is something I want. But he is likely to convert, maybe not today, until we show him the final ad on 20% off on their first order. And finally, because he don't want to miss out the promo, so he actually converts. So this is an example on how different ads perform and also bring people down the funnel from awareness to acquisition. So if today we are still doing ads like, let's say if you are doing ads like, just say, hi, Dasher is good, come buy now. It's like proposing on your first date. Do you think your partner will accept? Definitely no, right? So we need to understand that most people need multiple touch points. That's why we need to design our creative angle based on different funnel. If you're showing the 20% off first order to someone who have not even heard about your brand, most likely he wouldn't convert because this is not what he needs. Yeah, so just now we have already learned about how audience go through each marketing funnel, and finally here comes to our final reverse pyramid that you will see. So this is called as conversion funnel or the sales funnel. So basically this is the things that we want people to do after they have landed on our website. So today if you came across your third ad, you will click through and land on the website. What's the first thing you will do? You will browse through and started to view the content. So everything started from view content, which builds the awareness. And once they find something that is, wow, they're so interested, I want to add to cart, then they will add to cart. And after adding to cart, maybe they will move toward to initial checkout. However, not everyone who initiated checkout will be actually buying. Because why? Maybe they got distracted because people like to do online shopping during office hour. Then maybe they will go back and then re-browse again. Or maybe they just like to window shopping, just like a lot of girls here. I believe we all have experience adding things to cart on your Shopee, Lazada, or even Taobao, but not checking out. Because because you thought the longer it goes, maybe I don't need the product anymore. So that's why not everyone that initial checkout will actually purchase. But what will trigger the purchase? Maybe it's a promo code, maybe it's an influencer shouting out about the product, then you feel like, oh, the influencer I like actually use this, I want to use this as well. That's why we need to keep showing them the USP, the testimonial, price comparison, or any promotions to help seal the deal. And finally, they make the payment and you got the sales. Why this conversion funnel is very important? Because by knowing the conversion funnel here, we can actually know where people drop off. For example, today, I think Dasher is using Shopify. So for example, today you notice that there's a lot of people actually initiated checkout, but they didn't buy. Why? Could be because the payment get waived. Maybe the website only offering card payment, but most of the Malaysians, based on statistics, they like to use installment, they like to use online banking. So you need to have like Grab Pay Later, Atomy to provide them more options. Then they will convert. So that's the conversion funnel. So just now we have learned about the marketing funnel, the audience funnel, and the sales funnel. Then how do we set goal based on this? So we can connect the dots and looking at them one by one. So when we are at the awareness stage, we are actually targeting whole audience, someone who have never heard about the brand. Do you think they will purchase right away? Just like the example I showed just now, like right away. Most probably they won't just purchase right away. So what we want them to do on the website is to at least view content, and with the proper tracking, you can retarget your website visitors after. And when we are at the interest stage, they have already built their interest. We are actually target people who have a little bit knowledge about your brand. So what we want them to do is to at least add to cart so that we know what they like and we can send them like cart reminder. A simple cart reminder like just, hey, you left something in your cart, sometimes might work as well. Then when they have built their desire, we are targeting to someone maybe who have already added to cart, initiated checkout. So what they need to do is we want them to initiate checkout, or even better, we want them to make the purchase. That's where your promo code, your testimonials that are repeated many times need to shine. And lastly, at the acquisition stage, it's very simple because we are targeting existing customer. So what we need to do is just showing them different kind of products and keep them to coming back by doing cross-sell or upsell. So this is how we actually set goals when we are running ads. Yeah, so that brings us to the end of part A. We talk about what difference about selling online and offline. We talk about why do we need ads, and we talk about the funders. And this is the fundamentals that actually sets the stage before we really move into Meta Ads Manager dashboard. And now we are open for Q&A section. Any questions? No? If you guys have no question, then I have a question. Have you guys ever wondered why certain ad only target certain people? For example, the ad only target you but not your friend. Any guess? Yes, because of the interest targeting. But do you know, actually, you can check how Meta tag you as an ad target. So let's do a little fun exercise here. So this is actually how Meta sees us as an ad target. Everyone has multiple and even hundreds of tags. So now grab your phone, open your Instagram, tap your profile picture in the bottom right, and then you click the account center, then you'll be able to see ad preferences. Sometimes you can even block some ad from showing to you. And by typing the ad preferences, what's the first ad topic you see? So let's see if you guys have any common interests. If everyone's ready, maybe you guys can scan this code and then let me know what is your first top ad topic. So let's see how's your relationship. Do you guys have any common interests, or is there any surprising interests? Did everyone manage to get? Yeah. Are you guys able to scan this code? You can show
重点是 soda。
That's not what you see on Instagram.
Dark War Survival Dark War Survival game 来的。
正常啊，你的中文的是个 design
So
啊。
many people got tagged on Instagram. Cosmetic and makeup,
Game
mascara.
and Demo Malaysia。
Crush the flyers for display computer monitor， 哇，我的
全部都 game 到完了
air purifier。
我的第四个是 hair
Soft 了你的这个 interest 不要紧。2D printed single cat bus， 现在我要跟 bus 进去。我是 web design 哦，放。
interface personalization。
还一直最近找这个东西啊。
Okay, we have a few interests here. Wow, 17 Mike. Who got tagged by 17 Mike? Must be someone from ads team. Because you set up the ads. We have
Please submit.
看里面哪一个最奇怪的一个。
Bad service。
games. Is this rare? Is it because
Legit real。
oh Facebook? Yes. That might be the reason also. Okay, we have hot dogs. What design? Is the games real? I don't think so. Is it real? Can I have a look?
Target first one game, second one game, third one game.
个 emoji 了咩？ 哇！
Brandon, live. Computer
Travel and tourism. Anyone else?
很好了，OK。可是我只是对
Let
Mixer
me see. Small business.
I really wish I was making this up。
Invention travel.
我对 chicken meat 有兴趣。
我对
So the most common
Demo
one is Instagram.
Adobe
Can I know how many of you, your first topic is actually Instagram?
and Honda。 Honda 很
Away from
90%
family.
game，一个 Demo，一个 Adobe，一个 Honda。人呢？
三个正常的。
全部都 game 到完。
AI, artificial intelligence. Music, birthday in September. My birthday is also on September. Who's the one get tagged my birthday in December?
Birthday in September.
Construction industries, social media marketing makes sense. Soda.
所有说他都跟我一样的来。
谁要汽水？冰箱有。
Shopping centers.
我们生意越来越陡了哈。
怎么有 shopping center 我听到？
Sorry, I technical error. Can I know who's the one get tagged my birthday in December? No one wants to have me after your birthday though. Then who's the one get tagged by away from where is it? Away from family. Is it true? Like, I mean, do you think it's correct? Are you away from your family? Is that what's your interest? You live with your family? You with your family? Is that your first act topic? Second, wow, but that's quite interesting. But it's not right? Maybe you keep seeing like property or property kind of ads. That's why you get tagged by this one. But this is the first time I'm seeing this away from family.
live.
Oh, live! Oh, did you always look at web designing? Did you get targeted a lot by maybe like Shopify ads? They run a lot of ads. Maybe that's why. Have you ever clicked through to the ads?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That's why you are tagged by the web design. Okay, so the interest targeting that you are seeing here is actually how Meta tags us as an ad target. And from the advertiser point of view, this is the things that we can actually target them if you think this group of people might be relevant or interested in your product. Okay, is anyone else still typing? Everyone finished, right? Okay, then we can move on to the next slide. Alright, so you can share the activity just now with your friends and see what's their top interest. Then you will know what they are secretly doing. Okay, so now let's move on to part B, which is mastering Meta, Facebook and Instagram ads. So before I go deeply into Meta ads, I'll just give you guys a bigger picture of the overview ads platform. So as we can see here, these three are actually the most common ad platform in Malaysia, including Meta ads, which is Facebook, Instagram. Then we have Google ads and also TikTok ads. So every of them actually plays a different role. So Meta ads is where we get our strongest targeting, because it's not just about discovery. A lot of people thought that Meta is really good for discovery because it's like passive targeting. You don't actively search from something, you get targeted by something. However, as I mentioned just now, Meta is actually still the best platform in Malaysia. That's why today we'll be focusing on Metas, and it is good for all funnel stages, from getting to know the brand to purchase. Then we have Google Ads. Google Ads is actually very different from Meta, because when we are using Google Ads, usually we already have a purpose in mind. That's why you use Google search. Let's say today if you search the best hair dryer in Malaysia, then you'll be seeing a lot of shopping ads from Dreamy, Dyson, Lyford, or even Philips that pops up. So people that use Google, their impact is already there. So it's very good for bottom funnel, and it's easier to convert. That's why using Google Ads only doesn't really target your whole audience, and we need Meta Ads to actually complement. Then lastly, we have TikTok Ads. This is where you get your virality and also attention buzz. So people that use Google Ads, the algorithm is very strong at pushing content, and it is especially strong for Gen Z and also younger Gen Y. They spend a lot of time here, and with the TikTok Shop ads, it's even doing better. However, if you ask me, so which one is the best platform? I would say it really depends. There's no best platform, but they are all complement each other. So today, I believe Dasha is already running all three ads, like Meta, Google, and also TikTok ads. So this is what we need to do to ensure that we are scaling good in the long run. So we'll dive into Meta ads. Do you know how Meta ads actually work? Every day when you open your Instagram and Facebook, actually there's a behind the scene bidding war going on. So every advertiser is fighting to get you. And that's how Meta-wide auction-based system works. Then actually what can decide who wins the auction? It depends on your budget, your quality, how relevant your content with your user. Then only the winning ad gets to show to the most relevant user. So every one of us is actually very precious as a user. And when the user sees your ad, they can either scroll past or stop to load, and they will take action like clicks, likes, comments, or share. So this is actually how Meta works if you are not from the digital advertising department. And to introduce Meta ads, do you know where did Meta ads show? Actually, Meta ads will show more often than you think. So the classic placement, we have Facebook feed stories. This is where when you scroll your Facebook and then to look for your friend post, your group post, then suddenly an ad pop up and there's Facebook feed ad. So it's very seamless, and same goes to story. It's just that the placement is different because it's on vertical, so it's better for mobile experience. Then we have Instagram. On Instagram, whether you are scrolling through your reel, your friend's post, stepping through the story, or watching short form reels, Meta ads can also seamlessly show up in between. And we have Messenger inbox ads. A lot of advertisers might not have aware about these placements, though this ad usually appears in between your group chats or in between your chats on Messenger, and a lot of advertisers actually ignore this placement. But based on our experience, sometimes we can see that Messenger inbox ads can be very effective. And lastly, we have audience network. So audience network, let me give you guys an example. Have you ever experienced when you want to click an article on Meta, for example, like your favorite newspaper brand, then when you click in, there's actually something that pop up and then block you from viewing the article. So that's one placement of audience network. It is outside of Meta and outside of Facebook and also Instagram. Another example would be when you are playing your Candy Crush, you want to get extra life or you want to get extra reward. Then you are forced to watch a 15-second video ad with a tiny little skip button on the right top. So that's audience network placement as well. So Meta ensures that your ad is actually show up to places that people spend most time with. Either regardless of what you are doing on social media, the ad will still pop up. And as I mentioned in part A, a lot of you might think that I'm no longer using Facebook, it's for the aunties, and I'm spending lesser time on Instagram. However, there's still billions of active users monthly. If you are using Meta ads to target, whether you are targeting Gen Z or your auntie in her 50s, the chances are they are still there. And Meta allows us with very deep targeting capabilities, just like how the interest targeting you guys saw on your Instagram. Meta is able to track everything you do and to retarget you with the relevant ads. And lastly, the integration with e-commerce platforms like Shopify, WooCommerce, Easy Store is actually very seamless. By using the integration, you can set up your catalog, set up your pixel tracking in just few steps. That's why I would say Meta is still one of the most powerful platforms. So here's come to the fun part. If any of you guys have never seen about this dashboard, this is actually Meta Ads Manager dashboard. So there's two things that I want to highlight here. Sorry, I can't see my red dot. So at the top here, beside the campaigns, you can see that my name, Ian, this is my ad account, and the numbers beside my name is actually the ad account ID. This is very important, especially when you're handling multiple brand ads. You want to ensure that you are actually running ads on the right account. Then we have this green button here that's showing create. So this is a control center for you to create your campaign, analyze your campaign, and even managing all the budget. And everything actually starts from here. As you can see here, the structure, actually we have like three levels, which starts from campaigns, ad sets, and also ads. So this is the typical structure of how a campaign is set up. So it starts from campaign. So campaign could be something that is a bigger team. For example, if you are running, what's the next festive? I think it's 7/7. So campaign could be your 7/7 campaign. And under every campaign, there's different ad sets. And under every ad set, you can have like multiple of ads, up until 50 ads. So campaign is where you set up your objective, what you actually want to achieve from the campaign. Either you want to get more sales, to get more likes, that's what you set on the campaign. Then we have our ad sets. So ad sets decide who want to see my ads, my interest targeting, where do I want to place my ads at, and also to control your budget. And under ad set, that is your ads, which is where you show your creative, your ad copy, your format. So just remember, we always start from the goal to who and what. So this is actually a bird's eye view of how a campaign is structured, and later on, everything will be based on this structure. Okay, so let's move on to choosing the right campaign objective. So before we run any campaign, we need to ask ourselves, or ask your choose when you are running your ads. So it starts for awareness. So awareness meaning I want people to see my ad to likely remember me. So this is usually for big brands with very big budget like KFC, McDonald's. It's okay, they don't want to get sales through this campaign. They just want people to remember them and then stay top of their mind. And that is awareness. Usually we wouldn't recommend this one for any e-commerce industry. Then we have traffic. Traffic meaning if you are using traffic as an objective, meaning you are telling Meta, I want more traffic to my website. If you know how to reach Shopify and you run traffic campaign, then you'll see there's a significant increase in your website visitors and also sessions. However, Meta will just listen to you. Okay, I'll reach your ads to more people, I'll target them, but maybe they'll just click but not taking any actions. So it's not recommended when you want to get a sales kind of campaign. Unless you are doing a Facebook event and you want more people to know about it. Then we have engagement. Engagement is about getting more messages, getting more likes and shares. I actually have a lot of experience when clients ask me, why my competitor brand post got a lot of likes, why our post doesn't have? Maybe the competitor brand is actually running engagement posts ad, but it doesn't guarantee sales as well. And sometimes people just think that likes and comments is actually cool. Then we have our bottom funnel objective, which is leads, ad promotion, and also sales. And the typical objective that we use for e-commerce is actually sales because we want to find people who are likely to purchase your product or service. So that's the campaign objective. And once you have selected your campaign objective, Meta will now ask you, so where do you want the conversion to happen? They offer different options as well, and the most typical one will be website. For example, like e-commerce like Dasher. If you guys doesn't have any app, the most safest or the default conversion location I would say is actually website because we want people to take action on the website. I will just quickly go through the other options. Today, if you are doing for a brand like Zeus or the one feed that just bankrupt or ClassPass, probably you want your people to convert in your app, either to purchase something or you want them to download the app. Then you can choose for the app. Then when you want both website and app, third option is the one to go. Then we also have message destinations. So this is where we want people to message them either through Instagram, WhatsApp, or Facebook. This is actually quite commonly used also, especially for small businesses without website or those industries that rely a lot on chat-based selling like Pilates, yoga. Even though sometimes some of the yoga studio actually offer website, but most of the time people are still more used to checking them to get the package price. And that's where you can choose message destination as your location. Then we have course, but so far with my experience, I have never used call as the conversion location because people nowadays we don't like to call and we don't like to pick up calls. That's why we never use calls. But if you want to use both website and calls, it's possible as well. Especially if you are doing like service, like car service, or like if you are a plumber, then you might use calls. So this is the conversion location. We have already went through the objective and also conversion location. And next would be performance goal. So this is actually very important. So I hope you guys can pay attention, especially those who are currently running Meta ads. Because this one decides actually how Meta wants to spend your budget. So typically, if you choose sales as your objective, you will have two conversion goals. The first one would be maximizing the number of conversion. If you are using maximizing number, right, do you guys know what that means? Meaning you are telling Meta, so today I want to get more sales, regardless if the people buy a 20 ringgit stuff or a 2,000 ringgit stuff, doesn't matter. I just want to have as many orders as you can. So Meta will just will just show your ads to anyone who are likely to purchase, no matter they are rich or they just like to buy like 5 ringgit or 10 ringgit things. However, for maximizing value of conversion, it's sort of like opposite of the maximized number of conversion. If you are using this, meaning you are telling Meta, okay, today small order value customer. I just want you to spend on someone who are likely to spend higher. So this is very useful when you have a clear goal. For example, you want to get your ROI of 10x. Then of course, with the limited orders, I want my sales value to be as high as possible. Or if your products have actually wide range of price. For example, on your website, you are selling things like 20 ringgit, 200 ringgit, and 2,000 ringgit. Then you don't want people to always buy the 20 ringgit stuff. That's why you can use this maximized value. So Meta will most likely to target those who purchase 2,000 ringgit worth of value items. And this is conversion goals. And lastly, on the campaign level, the last thing that we need to choose is actually active events. So just now we have already went through the conversion funnel from view content, add to cart, initiate checkout to purchase. So this decides what you want people to do after they click through your website. Usually, not to say the default option, but most of the time we will use purchase if your item value is not too expensive and require a very long time of consideration period. And also when we go through the conversion funnel, we mentioned that actually when people are going down the funnel, there are fewer of them. So we want to retarget them to either add to cart or purchase. And today, if your stuff is very, very expensive, people usually, for example, like the average salary, I'm not sure in Dasher, but in Malaysia, maybe for fresh grade it's around like 2.5 to 3K. But today, let's say if you're selling the things worth like 1.5K. So this is not something that most people can afford, and definitely they will not purchase right away. Then maybe you can choose for add to cart to view content to attract them to your website first, then keep retarget them by showing them different value. So this is what we cover in the campaign level, choosing the right objective, the conversion location, the performance goal, and lastly the active events. So when you go until this stage, actually your campaign is almost like maybe 40% done. And before we go for a 10 minutes toilet break, let me finish about the budgeting. So there's two ways of setting budget. You can either set on your campaign level or your ad set level, but it doesn't matter. Usually Meta offers two types of budget strategy, which is daily budget and lifetime budget. Daily budget, for example, if you set 100 ringgit for your campaign, meaning I'm telling Meta, I want you to spend 100 ringgit on my campaign and daily and every day. So Meta will just follow you and spend around 180 to 120 ringgit. There might be some fluctuations daily. This is the default and the most recommended option, because if you are running daily budget, right, meaning you are running something that I don't need to set any end date. So it's very easy. And if you want to adjust your budget, whether scaling up or scaling down, if you think that wow, today looks good, I want to increase budget, it's very easy also if you are using daily budget. And lastly, by using daily budget, you don't need to turn off your campaign. I have clients that have run a campaign for more than a year. What we need to do is just keep refreshing for the creative or changing our interest targeting, but the learning will keep within the same campaign. So that's why we use daily budget. Then we have another option, which is lifetime budget. So for lifetime budget, meaning we are telling Meta, I want you to spend a certain budget across the duration of the event. So you will need a start date and an end date. For example, if you set 1,000 ringgit for a 10 days campaign, Meta will follow you and spend the 1,000 ringgit from day 1 to day 10. The total will be 1,000. However, I would say cons about lifetime budget is you cannot decide how much you want to spend daily, because it's based on Meta's predicted performance. So it might spend 50 ringgit on the first day and 200 ringgit on the second day. So we only use it when you have a clear end date for a campaign, or if you're running a very big promotion like Raya, Double 11, then we may use lifetime budget. So my practice is, there's a lot of people asking me, so how much should I spend per ad? I would say start small, scale smart. Only when you are confident, then only you scale. So when you just started your campaign, always set a lower budget first and amount that you afford to lose. no, then we can take a 10 minutes break and I'll see you guys later. Thank you.
Yeah, so now it's 12:45. We will come back for a very short session, then we will prepare lunch. Okay? So 5 minutes to 10 minutes break, we will come back at 12:55. Okay? Thank you.
YT，要拿 attendance 吗？不用。
要啊要啊要啊！
我要拿。
等一下啦，整堆人一起站起来，其实你嘛包场，有点过分了。
有点恐怖啊。